The 2025 Panigale V4 is more than just an evolution, it's a quantum leap in superbike technology. This isn't merely a refreshed model, but a complete reimagining of what a leader-class motorcycle can be. And in this video, I will explain why the new Panigale doesn't just push the boundaries of performance, but extends the boundaries for all other bikes to follow, and looks more beautiful than ever doing it. Let's do work. You're going to want to stay until the very end of this video to fully hear me out, as there are some important considerations you don't want to miss. Alright, at the heart of this technological marvel lies the Desmo 16 Stradale engine, even further refined to deliver an astonishing 209 horsepower and 89.5 pound-feet of torque. But there's a reason that's even more special than usual. Ducati engineers have managed to extract even more performance while maintaining the engine's character, and they've managed to both squeeze out an additional half horsepower while at the same time adhering to even stricter EU regulations. Big shocker there. I think ultimately the EU is going to want to be racing pedal bikes in a not too distant future. Anyway, the addition of the counter-rotating crankshaft not only reduces engine inertia, but also enhances the rider feel and agility. Let's delve deeper into the technical refinements that set the 2025 Panigale V4 apart. And then we'll dig into the aesthetics, which is really the most divisive part of this launch. One of the most significant improvements is weight reduction, something I could use, but hey, I feel the more ice cream I consume, the less there is for other people to become obese. I am truly a selfless individual. But I digress. Ducati engineers have shaved off crucial pounds through a combination of chassis optimization, engine refinements, and lightweight components. The new twin-sided swing arm, for instance, along with new wheels, contribute to weight reduction of nearly 5 pounds compared to the previous single-sided design. One of the most significant and controversial changes to the 2025 is the switch from the iconic single-sided swing arm to a double-sided design. This was a bold move by Ducati, as the single-sided swing arm had become synonymous with the Panigale's identity and makes the right side of the bike's better side. It reminds me of all the commotion when Ducati deleted the trellis frame from the Monster 950, but I own that bike and the performance difference is night and day. The new double-sided swing arm is a departure from tradition, but has been meticulously engineered. Ducati claims it reduces lateral stiffness by a massive 37%, which translates to critical improved rider feel and traction when powering out of corners. The design also allows for a cleaner exhaust routing and contributes to the overall weight reduction of the bike. The single-sided swing arm was a hallmark of the previous model, and while visually divisive, the new design offers performance advantages in terms of rider feedback and traction, both priceless attributes on the track. So yes, by far the single-sided swing arm looks vastly better, but if you're racing, the dual-sided swing arm is the way to go. I do like how they hollowed it out for additional weight savings and cool cosmetic effect, and I think a nice matte black powder coating would make this double-sided swing arm less of an issue for people to digest. The engine itself has been meticulously reworked. Ducati claims a weight reduction of 2.2 pounds while simultaneously increasing power output. This feat was achieved through various optimizations, including a counter-rotating crankshaft to reduce the inertia and revised intake manifolds. The result is a more responsive and exhilarating power delivery, also crucial for winning races. Seeing a theme here, fellas and gals? The aerodynamic package is another area where Ducati has excelled. The new winglets, while maintaining the same downforce levels as the previous model, have been optimized to reduce drag by 4%. This translates to improved top speed and fuel efficiency without sacrificing stability. I personally like how the new winglets are integrated into the fairings now and look like they are now one with the bike instead of added in as an afterthought. They're sleeker, more functional, and in my opinion, more beautiful. The electronics package is equally impressive. The new 6-axis IMU allows for even more precise control of traction control, wheelie control, and cornering ABS. And Ducati has also introduced a new race ECBS braking system that offers multiple levels of intervention, including track-only modes. Additionally, the Panigale V4 features a color 6.9-inch TFT instrument cluster with advanced connectivity options, allowing riders to customize their bike settings and stay connected on the go. But let's talk about the Brachiosaurus in the room. How does the 2025 look versus the outgoing model? Because the bike can win all the races in the world, but no one's going to want to ride to work on the back of a pig. Opinions are divided, but I think it's a big step up from the previous model, and I'll explain why. I also think that every time I see a new model that differs from our beloved existing bike design, we have a tendency to react negatively because the toy we've come to know and love has changed, and most people are afraid or at least skeptical of change. But I find that with Ducati, I always end up loving the latest iteration of the bike, such as my Diavolo V4, and before before that my Monster 950, and now that I think about it, my Multistrada V4 as well, which, in my opinion, are three of the best looking bikes in the world, and the Panigale is no different. Let's start with the overall silhouette. Both bikes undeniably exude Ducati's signature aggressive stance. However, the 2025 model has a more compact and muscular look. The tail section appears sharper, giving it a more predatory appearance. In motion, the differences become even more apparent. The 2025 model's lines flow more seamlessly, creating a sense of speed even when stationary. The previous model, while still striking, has a slightly chunkier appearance. Moving to the front, the 2025 Panigale V4 sports a completely redesigned headlight assembly. The sleeker and more angular design gives a more modern and technologically advanced look. The previous model's headlight, while iconic, appears somewhat rounder in comparison. It's a dramatic departure from the previous model's more traditional twin-pod setup. The new headlight is sleek, meaner, and more modern as a single unit with sharp, angular edges that perfectly complement the bike's overall aggressive demeanor. The DRLs are integrated seamlessly into the headlight, further adding a touch of modernity and even enhancing visibility. The windshields on both bikes are similarly sized, but the 2025 model seems to have a more aggressive angle, improving aerodynamics and enhancing the bike's overall sporty character. Now let's examine the fairings and bodywork. Ducati has never let us down, always being known for its exquisite craftsmanship, and both models are no exception. However, the 2025 Panigale V4 takes it a step further with more intricate details and sharper lines. The air vents and ducts appear larger and more functional on the new model. In fact, the new model boasts a 4% increase in aerodynamic efficiency, providing both more wind protection and rider comfort. And having spent some time on the track, I can tell you that rider comfort is paramount. You're not going to win any races if you're too fatigued. The tank even has a concavity built into it to better fit your helmet while in full tuck, and it's also designed to better accommodate your knees. Ducati really did their best to make the bike and the rider one entity, with their sharpest focused on winning races with this model. The rear section is where the two bikes differ the most, mostly because of the swing arm, but the 2025 model's tail is noticeably shorter and sharper, giving it a more focused appearance. The previous model's tail, while still attractive, seems slightly bulkier in comparison, and the license plate assembly is also shorter and sleeker on the new model, which we'll replace with a tail tidy anyway, so no matter. Kind of a bloke would be caught dead without a tail tidy anyway, I say, my dear boy. Anyway, the tail light has also been updated, and I think it's vastly better. I like that it's more angular and purposeful looking. It looks more like a futuristic weapon, and I just love the lines of it, including these black lines that cut through the outer arches, adding more detail. The 2025 Ducati Panigale V4 is undoubtedly a visual masterpiece. It builds upon the strong foundation of its predecessor while introducing a fresh and aggressive aesthetic. While the previous model is a stunning motorcycle, the new one simply takes it to the next level with an even more extreme focus on track performance. The 2025 Panigale V4S variant takes things to the next level with premium components like Öhlins Smart EC 3.0 electronically controlled suspension and forged aluminum wheels, slicing off even more weight. These upgrades elevate the bike's performance and handling to even greater heights, making it a true track weapon, and I can't wait to test one out. And the facts speak loudly. In a comparison test at the Cremona circuit, 3 riders, including an amateur, a professional, and official Ducati test rider Alessandro Valia, were all faster with the new Panigale V4, averaging 1 second quicker. And if you know anything about racing, that's a massive improvement on a racetrack. In conclusion, the 2025 Ducati Panigale V4 represents a new benchmark in superbike performance and technology. As I said in the beginning, it's a machine that truly extends the boundaries of what's possible on 2 wheels. While you may prefer the previous model's looks, there is no denying the sheer brilliance of this beautiful motorcycle and its crystal clear leap in performance. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which bike do you prefer? And always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I will see you in the next one. You guys are epic.
Yeah.